Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and today I'm going to make a video which is a supplement to a video that was made by one of my friends here on YouTube, Diesel TV. He's a law enforcement officer in North Carolina, and he made a fantastic video regarding record keeping of your firearms. When you buy and sell, keep receipts, bills of sale. Not that you're going to report it to the government or the ATF, but it protects you in case in the future a firearm is ever stolen, lost, used in a crime after it's been stolen, and so forth. You have a record of your possession of it, what happened to it, if you ended up selling it, and so forth. It was a fantastic video. It had a lot of great response. Well, it inspired me to make a supplement to that video regarding how how I think other NFA collectors, people that have things like silencers and short-barreled rifles, or if you have machine guns, destructive devices, AOWs, whatever you have, how to properly keep your paperwork, because your paperwork, especially with NFA devices, is much more important than just your Title I firearms like shotguns, regular rifles, pistols, and so forth. And I just wanted to share with you how I organize my paperwork and what I keep in this binder. Now, I want to first off say, I always get people whenever I make something regarding the National Firearms Act, I always get people that pretty much get on my case saying, I will never comply, and I'm not. All because I am in compliance with the law does not mean I think the NFA is a good and logical law. I'm just saying that I follow the law and I work hard to get it repealed. So I'm just going to put that little disclaimer out there. So please don't post in the comment section below telling me how I'm allowing registration and taxation and all. I'm not saying I do that. As I said, I remain in compliance because I like having my toys, but I work hard and donate money to organizations that fight the National Firearms Act and try to get it repealed. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys what I do when it comes to my NFA paperwork. I keep everything NFA in one binder, and right here I just have a little ATF logo on it. It just lets me know which binder this is, and I just keep this in my fireproof safe. Every document I have in here, I also recommend anybody having a digital copy or scan as well. So everything here that's in hard copy is scanned as a PDF and saved in two locations. I have one on my hard drive, one on my external drive, and then one on a cloud drive. So I guess I really have them all in 4 places. It's good to have these. I can access them from my phone and so forth. But anyway, these are all of my hard copy ones. So here, when we open it up, I have 2 sides here. I have all my tax stamps and other information. Over here I have my trust. I'm just covering up my name and the name of the trust and all that up here. But these right here are all of my trust documents. So my entire trust right here, everybody who's on it and so forth, I keep everything in, of course, order. All my people who are on the trust, all the notarized documents and so forth. And then after it, I have an extra copy of every firearm or every tax stamp that's on my trust. I have them all right here. Plus I have a complete inventory of what is on the trust right here with all the names and all the serial numbers and dates acquired and all that. As I said, I don't want to show too much of that, but that's what I got right there. Then over here, I start with all of my tax stamps I have for as an individual. In fact, I have my first NFA item over here, which is my Silencer Co. Octane 9 HD. Right here, and it looks like I got approved November the 30th, 2012. So this is my tax stamp collection right here. So all these right here in the beginning of the book are my ones that I filed as an individual. Some are Form 4s, some are Form 1s. And then anytime I have sent off a gun to have worked on that required a Form 5, which is a tax-exempt transfer for like work and things, I do keep the Form 5 or a copy of the Form 5 right behind the copy of the Form 1 or the Form 4 of that particular item. So I only have one, so this is a Form 5 when I sent off this particular gun to have worked on by investment grade firearms. And that was way back in 2014. And then all of these too are in chronological order of when I received them. So all these I said are either Form 1s or Form 4s, a lot of silencers, a lot of short-barreled rifles, few short-barreled shotguns, and so forth. So all this is chronological order. All these are tax stamps, so yeah, you can see how many I have. So this is my stamp collection. And some of these too are e-form. So this tax stamp here is just a virtual form that you get when you go through the e-form system. But it looks like a real tax stamp. This is a physical tax stamp here. And then we get to the end of all my all my individual tax stamps. And then back here, I have a copy of every important opinion letter that the ATF has ever issued regarding any device that I may own. Now, these do not hold the weight of law and are opinion letters and were only sent to individuals or companies that requested opinions on particular devices. However, I always have these on hand regarding anything that I may have to deal with law enforcement, or if a law enforcement officer questions the legality of something. So the ones I have here, here's the kind of the famous one regarding the pistol braces right here. So this one says, pistol braces are not stocks. Then I have this one right here regarding the shouldering of pistol braces. This one's dated from 2014. As I said, some of these are as up to date as we currently have opinions for. So this is the one regarding the shouldering of a pistol brace. Then I have this one here from August 30th, 2010, and this one dealt with a number of questions that were asked of the ATF, and one of them dealt with, which I thought was the most important one, I gotta find it right here, question number 7. Can I lawfully install a Magpul angled foregrip on the bottom accessory rail of the subject AR-15 type pistol? And the ATF answered yes. And essentially because there's a difference between an angled foregrip and a vertical foregrip. So if there's ever a question of a law enforcement officer or ATF agent going, well, I don't know if you can have that angled foregrip on that particular pistol, I actually have the opinion letter right here from the ATF when it was dated, signed by the Chief Firearms Technology Branch Director and all that. This is it right here. So I keep all of these as well. And that's it. These are all the important opinion letters regarding the devices that I may have. Then after this, I have all of the original tax stamps for all of the devices on my trust. So I do have a trust and I have a lot on an individual. As I mentioned before, I just separate them so I know which ones are which. And then after that, I always keep copies of all of my, this is E-Form 20, which is, I guess the technical form is 5320.20, which is when you want to move. Now, you don't always have to submit these when you move within state, but if you're ever going to take an NFA item out of state, like a short-barreled rifle, you have to fill these out, tell them where you're going, how long you're going to be there, and if you're coming back or not. So I have moved twice since owning some of these guns, like both of these here. And so I have all of the forms of when I had my original address and where I moved to. And then after this, I still have to file them. I have all of the forms of where I was living and where I live now. So I have all of these and I keep them all just in case. You just never, ever know. And I'll tell you, filling these things out can be kind of burdensome because when you have so many tax stamps, you can make mistakes. And I did make some mistakes, and I'll show you something that's really, really fun here. Because I was told that you did not have to put the mode of transportation if you're within the state. And so because I did not put the mode of transportation, check this out, I got disapproved. And man, they put on a big old red stamp on that one, so I had to resubmit them. So even I keep my disapproved forms of the ones when I was just trying to change the address on the registry of them. So I have all of those documentation and all that stuff as well. And then I always, for some reason, I always like to keep all my letters or my envelopes from the ATF. I don't know. I just keep everything. And that's it. So that is how I keep my NFA documentation. And as I said, it's so important. These are the lifeline to all of this. Now, if you happen to lose these or they get destroyed, you can submit to the ATF's NFA branch a request to have a copy of all of the stamps made and everything that is registered to you sent to you as well. So they will provide you a copy, but you always want to have the originals if you can. And I said, make copies of them and have them digitized as well. It is just a good way of keeping everything in compliance. And if you ever have an issue, you can always pull these out to help with an attorney or to help show, as I said, an ATF agent who might question the legality of a particular NFA device or have to prove that it is properly registered to you. The paperwork is so important. And so, as I said, this is just a supplement to Diesel TV's outstanding video on how to document what guns you have and when you sell them. I'm going to put a link in the description below to his video. Go check that out as well. And I know this video is not going to get a lot of views because Probably not a lot of people on my channel are really into NFA like I am, but this is how I document everything and why I think it is so important. So there you go. So that is how to document all of your NFA stuff, have it all in one place for the future. Plus, if anything ever unfortunately happens to you, regardless of how you have the trust set up or a will, people can have all the information right here to fill out the proper forms to have all of your firearms transferred to your estate or your next of kin. And that's also important to have all this documentation in one place. And as I said, put it in your safe, especially your safe that is, you know, fireproof and all that. This is the most important documentation you can have on these guns. So there you go. So let me know if you have any question, and if you guys have NFA guns, do you guys kind of file your paperwork the same way and keep it all organized? So let me know. Let's have a great discussion in the comment section below. So as always, thanks for watching.